This video, as the sun begins to set, is all about evil. The origins of evil. Diablo Loco. Where does evil come from? Where does anything come from? Those who find great wisdom in duality, or better yet, the illusion of duality, will always argue that for there to be good, you must have evil. For there to be love, we must have hatred. And yes, duality is part of the grand design. Not because you have to have it, but it allows an amnesiac one to appreciate the experiential gnosis of something fully when they have something to compare it to contrast it to feel the opposite of. In the children's story, meant for children, Adam and Eve were told, do not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. But they did. Now, what aphorism or what allegory, what truth in this lie was meant to be understood, understood? When a conscious being, original man, when Homo erectus became Homo sapien and achieved a greater brain capacity, whether it be through this white-bearded sky daddy or an Anunnaki racist who decided we should dig gold for them. Anyways, besides the point, when you have this awakened conscious being, awakened within the form of Homo sapien, and it is choosing the duality. Some people call it I don't like to say this word because it's completely deceptive, the Lucifer experiment. I would like to call it the duality experiment. How about that? When you have this conscious being awakened within the form of a Homo sapien, two of them, maybe, I don't know. That's the children's story, Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Although Adam and Steve were there, they just happened to be off camera, like eating some apples. Anyways, when this conscious being is awakened within the physical form of a Homo sapien, and they choose, right? They choose to identify not as what they are, but what they see, what they think, what they feel, all the senses of the physical three-dimensional form. I am the body. I feel that. I feel it. I am the mind. I think this. I think. This is the original sin. Now I'm going to have to get quiet because we have visitors. Evil. But darkness, my friend, is not the same as evil. For you Catholics, Christians, and Jews, your very own Genesis says that it was in darkness that light had come. When you are activated in your mother's belly, it is only darkness, and then there is light from the darkness. If you go back to ancient Egypt, and Isis, or Gnosticism, and Mary of Magdala Mary Magdalene, the school of Isis, you will understand that darkness is not the same as evil. Nothing is where something comes from. But the sin, if you understand the root of the word sin, it's an archery term that was describing when you missed your target. When a conscious being manifests or awakens within a body of flesh and now decides to identify as the flesh itself, all is lost. Duality is activated and evil is created. Men, women become narcissistic through this identification with form. They contrast and compare, compete. They want more than their brother. They want more than their sister. They want to be stronger, faster, better, more wealthy. This is narcissism, and unfortunately, most watching this right now were, like me, born in complete ignorance, born into a sociopathic, narcissist world society, which was commercialized and propagandaed and sold hook, line, and sinker as freedom or wisdom or truth. But what is evil? Huh? If I was to harm someone, this is evil. But if I was to harm someone at the beckoning of my government, now I am good. I am a hero. Evil. If I was to steal money, this is evil. However, if I was to steal money for the authority or under law, if I have this bag of shit which is worth, I don't know, let's say it's worth $5. Now the law says I can charge whatever I want for it. So I'm going to charge you this bag of shit that's worth, let's say it's worth $5. It's good for gardening, fertilizer, some good shit right here, brah. Legally, I can charge you $100 for this fucking bag of shit. Capitalism. The sociopathic, narcissist, gaslight system of fairness. I just dropped my shit. Anyways, that's okay for me to demand, I don't know the mathematics on it, let's just call it 1,000%. I can demand 1,000% profit off that $5 bag of shit. And that's cool. That's not stealing because I got you to agree to it because you couldn't get that shit nowhere else. And you really wanted that shit. So guess what? I can fucking get you to volunteer for me to steal your money. And that is living the dream. Is that the dream? Terrorism. Ooh. If y'all remember 9/11, terrorism, that's fucking horrible. But back in 43 or 42, if any of y'all watched Oppenheimer, just because we had the bomb, did we have to use it? And better yet, who uses a bomb on a civilian population to defeat military? Is that terrorism? And I know you got arguments that they were tired of the war, they were tired of seeing people die, but the point is, where did evil come from? Us.